Hi, Big Lap Bible.
We're Michaela.
I'm Casey.
From Unveiling Oz. So we are the party.
Yeah.
It's just us
only
two.
Us.
Yeah, and we travel full time around Australia. So it's our life. We've moved everything into the car. But yeah, so that's us now.
I think we were just over the 9 to 5 workday, I think. And just following a lot of people on Instagram, like going around Australia and just getting out there and doing it, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest thing. It's like, do it while you're young, have the chance. Everyone always regrets it. When you tell everyone you're going around Australia, everyone's like, oh, I should have done that when I had the chance.
Yeah.
I think you always have the chance, but we thought we'd take it while we could. So that's pretty much the main reason.
We are in Seisha, Cape York. Yes. We have been here for a little while. On day 100, we broke down just south of the Jardine Ferry.
Heading back. We're heading home after a month in the Cape already.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be here a total of 3 months when we finally leave. But it's all part of the fun, and our route basically, we're going anti-clockwise, so we'll be going from Queensland to the Northern Territory. But we started in March this year, and this wet season was rather long. So we've actually done Queensland first. So we went west and south and back up the east coast. Now we're in the Cape, and then once we head back from here, we'll be moving across the Northern Territory and all the way around from there. So that's the plan. It's a pretty simple setup.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Rooftop tent is pretty much our home. Have a 2015 Ford Ranger. Got the fridge in the back, got a dual battery system, shower on the side.
It's done a lot of work to it.
Solar panels, all that.
Yeah, all your fun things.
And yeah, it's pretty basic. We don't tow anything.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live out of the car.
I mean, there is a toss-up between whether it's better to tow or not. But yeah, at the moment we're capable of doing the way we are, and it seems to be working. It is a bit hard, annoying to set up and pack up every now and then, but
yeah, when you got to move, you got to pack up everything.
Yeah, you can't just go sightseeing and leave stuff, but that's all part.
We've stayed everywhere on the side of the road, caravan parks, free campgrounds.
Yeah. Depends where we get to, really.
It depends on like if we feel like pulling up, that's where we stay. We were going on the rule that we don't want to travel more than 4 hours per day, but that went out the window like the third day, I think.
But that's again part of it. But yeah, so we try and toss it up. Free camps if they're around. Yeah, but like East Coast, we had to pay for caravan parks.
Yeah,
you do.
National parks are probably the better option.
Actually, they are, because like it's camping still, but you get to be in an awesome place, like a lot of exploring, and it's not expensive.
Yeah, so it's only what $6.75 per person per night.
So, and I mean like $13 a night. So, and you usually got facilities and things. So I think national parks are our way to go.
Yeah. Mine would have to be Bunny Mountains.
Bunny Mountains, yes.
Coming from central Queensland, where it's dry and hot, to the Bunny Mountains, nice rainforests, mountain ranges, and it was nice and cool for a change.
And they have hot water showers.
Yeah, nice camp facilities.
Yeah, it's a good little area.
It was well set up.
Yeah.
Got a little shop there, Bottle and yeah, we did hiking tracks.
Awesome walks. Yeah.
A lot of wildlife, a lot of wallabies around. Yeah.
I agree with that one as well. Probably the most standout one. I mean, a lot of the other stuff was in the desert, which is good. Like probably the other memorable one is outside of Winton when we flooded.
Just outside it,
That was mostly because we flooded. But that was a bit of a different landscape there too, with all the dirt and bone dry creek that was then like white water rapids sort of 5 minutes into the rain, so you can see how they flood out there. But yeah, so probably those. And it's a hard one, that one, because we haven't done all of Australia yet, just Queensland, and we both grew up in Queensland. So. But at the moment,
it'd probably have to be with Sundays.
with Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is an amazing place there, that is for sure. Stunning. We had awesome weather too. It was August. But what's that, last year?
Last year.
Yeah. But that was awesome. And
yeah, we splurged on that trip a little bit. Probably Ayers Rock.
Yeah.
We did it while we could still climb it. It's the main reason why we drove 6,000 k's in 9 days.
Yes. But
worth it at the time.
Yeah.
And we did splurge on that trip a little bit as well. We
did everything
walked
possible.
up it, flew over it, walked around it.
Seen it at sunset, seen it at sunrise. So.
Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful place, but we don't need to do it again now, I don't think. We did the Olgas, everything down there. Maybe once you've seen it, you've seen it. Sort of
now you can't climb it.
And now it's, yeah. For us, it's probably, well, for me, it's WA.
Yeah. Kimberley's, and then I wouldn't mind like the bottom of WA, I reckon.
I'm looking forward to South Australia too, to swim with the seals there.
Yeah,
I think you do that in WA
seals.
as well.
Yeah.
Is the whale sharks.
Whale
as well.
sharks, yeah.
So
for sure.
WA is probably high on our list, and it's stunning. Like, I've been there once before, but it'd be good to spend an actual amount of time. And the Kimberley, photos look pretty amazing. So
Yeah.
we're pretty keen for that.
And like the people that we do follow on Instagram, everyone reckons the WA coast is just
West is best.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our number one there, I think. So no, but
No, we do have a dog.
we do have a dog. Yeah.
That dog, Dexter, is currently with my mum. We do miss him,
God, yeah.
and like we would like to have him on the trip, but it does restrict us in the way of we like going to national parks and like even coming up here to the Cape, you can't take them to Fruitbat Falls, Elliot Falls.
Yeah. And because we don't tow a caravan or anything, we can't leave him anywhere.
There's no real place to leave him.
Yeah.
You can't leave him in the car. So
yeah, and it's too hot for that. And so that's pretty much why we've decided to leave him with Casey's mum.
Yeah, leave him behind for now, and then I think once we get back around and decide to keep going or whatnot, we'll probably pick him up then and do another lap with him.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like it does restrict you a fair bit. So that's why we made that call. Plus, we have absolutely no room in the car for
definitely
him.
no room.
So we'd have to build him a little trailer. I think we'll go scary on that one.
Scary. It would have to be Nolan's on the tally track. I wasn't keen on doing that at all, especially in a Ford Ranger with all the electronics.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, if you don't know, Nolan's Brook is the deepest river crossing on the telly track. And by deep, I mean at least here on me, which
it was up to the windows.
So when you've got your main electronic computer thingy, whatever it is, on the underneath your front seat, not a good place to be. But we made it. Well, you made it. I watched. But, so that was probably the scariest.
That's probably my scariest.
Stressful. Get the sweats up before you even go. But
next would probably have to be Cypress Creek on the tally track as well.
Oh, the skinny bridge one.
A log bridge
that is homemade log bridge.
Only wide enough for your car.
Yeah. And that, you wouldn't want like an extra wide car on that one. So.
The funniest moment it's what?
Oh, it's funny now.
Yeah, it's funny now.
Like 2 days in or 3 days in, the zip on our rooftop tent broke off after him saying, "Don't pull it too hard, don't pull it too hard," and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then pulled it, and it snapped the whole thing off. So we had to get pliers out and use pliers for like months until we could get a new zip. So it's funny now, not at the time.
It would have to be the water pump on the car so I can have a shower.
And water.
Each day. And water.
Yeah. Mine's the fridge because I like food. So It's an essential thing. You're in the desert. You need a fridge, but mostly a car's like a mobile home, so the whole car is probably something we can't live without.
It's definitely the car.
But yeah. We worked for a year beforehand to save enough money. We didn't want to work the whole way around, but realised that you're gonna have to work every now and then because we only saved for a year. So I think we started with about 10 grand that we saved, and because of the time it's taken us to do Queensland, which is nearly about 5-6 months now.
It's 5 months.
5 months now. We got very low, about down to 2 grand. So now that we're in the Cape and we've broken it down up here, we actually took that opportunity to work while we're waiting for the car to get sorted out. So we've managed to get our funding back up. But now that we've had this experience, probably we are going to have to work on the way around.
Yeah, sort of each time we leave a state, I think we'll have to find work.
Do some work.
Which I think it's
a good way to get involved in the community as well. Like, I never thought I'd be spending this amount of time in Cape York, but it's one of those things again. But that's how we've been funded. We did initially think we could make it around on the savings that we had. Figured out pretty quick that wasn't going to happen anyway. But yeah, so working is probably going to be our thing from this on. About $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week.
When we weren't here.
Biggest expense is fuel and then food.
Yeah, fuel, because we have a long range fuel tank, so it costs a lot. But you think that's a good thing, but when you're driving like 6 hours, it goes pretty fast.
Yeah.
6, 7.
In the beginning, we were rushing it a little bit and doing like 600 k's a day, which the fuel bill does go up.
So, and then up here as well, you got your fuel prices are over $2 a litre. You got 150 litres. There you go. But and then food, like, there's a lot of stuff we could cut down on and have cut down on. Especially here. But we also are not stingy people. Like, if I want to eat something, I'm gonna eat it.
If I want a steak, I'm gonna buy a steak.
If I want a crayfish, I'm gonna have a crayfish. So we want our trip to be good in that respect. Like, I'm not gonna live on we're not cornflakes and packet pasta. You know, you can, like, we have done it. The Cape was actually probably when we spent the less because there's nothing around. But and the East Coast, like Gold Coast, Brisbane, is when we spent the most because you've got everything there. So you're going out for dinner. You don't need to, but it's there, so you do. So that's probably one of our biggest expenses. And accommodation hasn't been too bad. Like I said, it's national parks. Most expensive on the East Coast when we had to pay for
caravan parks. Along Gold Coast.
Yeah, we stayed at the beaches.
$50 a night.
Yeah,
minimum.
Easy. So
that's for an unpowered site as well.
Probably how much we were going to spend, and like I said, we did know it was going to be expensive, but we thought $500 a week was going to be hard to spend. It's not at all. And then obviously coming to terms with the fact that we will be working because of that on the way around. So, but otherwise we were pretty prepared for all the hard things, the breaking down, all that. We knew that was going to happen, so that's probably not as soon, not as long, but
we did make it 100 days. On the 100th day,
that day,
we broke down.
So there you go. on Cape York. So Cape York does conquer, even when you're on the main road back home and not even on the teletrack.
Not having a boss.
Yes. Waking up when you want to wake up. Going on adventures, not doing anything at all as well is a good thing. And I reckon the adventure.
Yeah, the adventure
of
it all.
You want, So, and you go see places that you're not gonna see if you're working at a job all the time, So it's probably the best thing.
Living on the road.
Yeah, I mean, go on where you want to go. Like, what's more free than that? At the moment, anyway. Probably those helicopter flights.
With Sundays.
Yeah, we went a bit crazy there.
Helicopter ride.
Yeah, we went out to the Whitsunday, the Heart Reef. Everyone knows the Heart Reef. We flew out over that, saw whales, sharks, everything, and the reef. So that was well worth it. Good perspective. Did I say whale? I didn't say whale. whatever, whales, humpback whales. And then also when, like we said, when we were in Uluru, there's rock and flew over that too, you know, so that was a good splurge there. And I think helicopter flights do give you a different and less seen perspective.
Well worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth it. So I think that's our one there. I mean, most of our stuff we bought because we needed it.
Yeah.
So we've used most of it. And
everything that we've bought, we've pretty much used.
Out of necessity, or are going to use when the time comes. So,
like the fire pit.
we bought a fire pit from like King's, just one of them portable ones.
Haven't used it yet, but like
haven't needed to yet.
Yeah, haven't needed to.
Since we bought it, we haven't needed to. We've been able to have fires or whatnot since then, or not needed it.
Yeah.
So probably use that more when we get into
More national parks
and
that
camp areas that don't
require.
have it, that require you to have like a contained thing. So yeah.
Once we got into like Brisbane area, that was what?
Probably
that was,
when we came into contact with it the
Yeah,
first time.
like,
They went into lockdown
through-
just before we got there.
through
so.
central Queensland, we didn't have any issues. We crossed the border
It's New South Wales,
into Burke and Lightning Ridge.
just as like this far over the border.
No problems there. And then coming back into Brisbane was when masks were mandatory.
Before they
and
are now.
that
It's probably May.
that was about it. Yeah, that was about May.
I think it was May. So yeah, we had to do the mask thing, but other than that, I think actually the most noticeable thing is actually the amount of people on the road out of season is higher. So I assume that's because
People can't travel overseas.
No one can go overseas,
So
and
they're
people
travelling
aren't working,
Australia.
as well as the people that don't have jobs anymore.
Yeah.
So they're taking this time to travel the only place we can travel, which is Australia.
Yep.
We've noticed mostly because we were traveling in the off season, in your wet season, it was still loaded with people. So, which is not something that normally happens. So that's probably the most noticeable thing with lockdown. But we haven't personally been stopped from border crossing because we haven't left Queensland yet.
Yep.
So our next one's coming up probably September. We're going to try and get into the Northern Territory. So it depends on the border lockdowns there.
Yep.
And then yeah, we'll see how we go from there.
Yep.
Hopefully no issues.
Take your time and plan it.
Yeah, like don't have everything planned because it's not gonna go to plan,
Or
but know where you want to go and have a general gist of what you're doing and the timing for it. I reckon that's where we went wrong. We sort of just started going and it was too fast and it was too slow. So yeah.
And there's going to be times where stuff's going to happen and it's going to be out of your control.
Like right now.
Like right now. Just take advantage of it. Take that a bit extra time to have a look around.
Make some money if you need to.
Make some money.
Get a job, whatever. But yeah, just like I've got points that I want to see, excuse me, around that I've written down, and that just gives us somewhere to, aim for.
Cool.
And then if we take a left instead of a right, we'll just see where that goes. But it's
like
just,
we've missed campsites, like driven past them, and it's like,
not
well,
realised, just kept going, and then there was a storm, and
and then they got to stop again.
and then caravan park had no power, but like, I think take your time and expect the unexpected. Just roll with the punches is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the things are going to happen, and it's going to be when you don't expect it to. Even though you expect it to, you still don't expect it to. And I think that's mainly it.
Yep.
So hopefully that's,
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a bit of about us, and it's a bit interesting for everyone. So thanks for having us.